Some states in America are becoming noticeably more dangerous, and most people have no idea. In this video, we reveal the 5 most dangerous states in the United States in 2026 based on crime trends and safety risks. Safety is one of the most important factors when choosing where to live, move, or raise a family. But headlines don't always tell the full story. Behind the scenes, crime patterns are shifting, and some states are seeing higher violent crime, property crime, and public safety concerns than ever before. Welcome back to Discover Top 10 Places, the channel where we break down real data, lifestyle risks, and location trends across America. Today we're counting down the 5 most dangerous states in the United States in 2026 based on violent crime rates, property crime, law enforcement strain, and long-term safety trends. Watch until the end, because the number 1 state might shock you. It's not the one most people expect. Number 5, Missouri. It is often cited as one of the more dangerous states in the United States, largely due to persistent violent crime issues concentrated in major urban areas. While much of Missouri, especially its suburban and rural communities, remains relatively safe, statewide crime statistics are heavily influenced by high crime rates in cities such as St. Louis and Kansas City. These urban centers significantly raise Missouri's overall rankings for violent crime, including homicide, aggravated assault, and gun-related incidents, shaping the state's reputation in national safety discussions. One of the key challenges facing Missouri is the concentration of crime in specific neighborhoods rather than a uniform problem across the state. Economic inequality, historical segregation, and limited access to resources in certain urban areas have contributed to cycles of violence that are difficult to break. Gun violence in particular plays a major role in Missouri's crime statistics, with rates that consistently exceed national averages in some metropolitan regions. Property crime is another concern that affects Missouri's overall safety profile. Auto theft, burglary, and theft-related offenses remain common in parts of the state, especially in densely populated areas. While law enforcement agencies continue to invest in crime prevention and community policing, limited resources and high case volumes make sustained progress challenging. These factors contribute to ongoing public safety concerns for residents and newcomers alike. Despite these challenges, it's important to note that Missouri's safety landscape is highly uneven. Many towns and suburban areas offer a strong sense of community, lower crime rates, and a good quality of life. However, when viewed at the state level, the severity of crime in a few key cities places Missouri among the states most often labeled as dangerous. For anyone considering living in or moving to Missouri, understanding local crime patterns and neighborhood-level data is essential to making informed decisions about safety. Number 4, Arkansas. It is frequently listed among the more dangerous states in the United States, largely due to higher-than-average violent crime and property crime rates when viewed at the statewide level. While the state offers a low cost of living, scenic landscapes, and a slower pace of life, its crime statistics are strongly influenced by challenges in certain urban areas. Cities such as Little Rock, Pine Bluff, and parts of West Memphis play a significant role in raising Arkansas's overall violent crime rankings, particularly in categories like aggravated assault, robbery, and homicide. One of the defining aspects of crime in Arkansas is that it is highly concentrated rather than widespread. Many of the state's rural areas and small towns experience relatively low crime and strong community ties. However, pockets of economic hardship, limited job opportunities, and long-standing social challenges in some cities have contributed to persistent cycles of violence. Gun-related incidents and assaults are especially prominent in high-crime neighborhoods, which heavily impact statewide data and public perception. Property crime also contributes to Arkansas's safety concerns. Burglary, theft, and vehicle break-ins occur at elevated rates in certain regions, often linked to economic stress and limited resources. Law enforcement agencies across the state face challenges related to staffing, funding, and coverage, particularly in areas where crime rates are high. While community policing efforts and crime prevention initiatives are ongoing, progress can be slow and uneven across different parts of the state. Despite these issues, it's important to recognize that Arkansas is not uniformly dangerous. Many suburban communities and rural regions offer safe, affordable living with close-knit neighborhoods and lower crime rates. However, when analyzed as a whole, the severity of crime in a few key urban centers places Arkansas among the states most often labeled as dangerous. For anyone considering living in or visiting Arkansas, paying close attention to local crime trends and neighborhood-level data is essential for making informed and safe decisions. Number 3, New Mexico. It is often ranked among the most dangerous states in the United States, largely due to consistently high violent crime and property crime rates compared to national averages. While the state is known for its rich culture, natural beauty, and affordable living, statewide crime statistics are heavily influenced by ongoing public safety challenges in certain urban areas. Cities such as Albuquerque contribute significantly to New Mexico's elevated rankings for offenses like aggravated assault, robbery, and homicide. A major factor behind New Mexico's crime issues is the concentration of social and economic challenges in specific regions. High poverty rates, substance abuse problems, and limited access to mental health and social services have played a role in driving violent crime. Assault-related incidents are particularly prevalent, and New Mexico has long struggled with one of the highest violent crime rates per capita in the country, which heavily impacts its overall safety reputation. Property crime is another serious concern in New Mexico. Auto theft, burglary, and theft-related offenses occur at some of the highest rates nationwide, especially in metropolitan areas. Vehicle theft, in particular, has been a persistent problem, placing additional strain on law enforcement agencies that are often understaffed or stretched across large geographic areas. These challenges make crime prevention and rapid response more difficult, especially in both urban and rural parts of the state. Despite these issues, New Mexico's safety landscape is not uniform. Many small towns and rural communities experience lower crime rates and offer a strong sense of community and cultural identity. However, when viewed at the state level, the severity and frequency of violent and property crime in key cities place New Mexico among the states most often labeled as dangerous. For residents, visitors, and those considering relocation, understanding city-specific crime trends and neighborhood-level safety data is crucial when evaluating life in New Mexico. Number 2, Louisiana. It is frequently ranked among the most dangerous states in the United States, largely due to extremely high violent crime rates that significantly exceed national average. While the state is rich in culture, history, and community spirit, statewide crime statistics are heavily influenced by persistent safety challenges in major urban areas. Cities such as New Orleans and Baton Rouge play a major role in Louisiana's high rankings for homicide, armed robbery, and aggravated assault, shaping its overall reputation for public safety concerns. One of the core issues affecting Louisiana's crime levels is the concentration of violent crime in specific metropolitan regions, rather than across the entire state. Long-standing economic inequality, high poverty rates, and limited access to quality education and social services have contributed to cycles of violence in certain neighborhoods. Gun violence is a particularly serious issue, with Louisiana consistently reporting one of the highest per capita homicide rates in the country, which has a strong impact on statewide crime data. Property crime is also a significant concern in Louisiana. Theft, burglary, and vehicle-related crimes remain common in urban centers and surrounding areas. Law enforcement agencies often face challenges related to staffing shortages, limited funding, and high call volumes, making crime prevention and response more difficult. Natural disasters, such as hurricanes, further strain public resources, sometimes leading to increased crime during periods of displacement and recovery. Despite these challenges, it's important to note that Louisiana is not dangerous everywhere. Many suburban and rural communities experience lower crime rates and maintain strong local ties and traditions. However, when viewed at the state level, the severity and persistence of violent crime in key cities place Louisiana among the states most often labeled as dangerous. For anyone considering living in or relocating to Louisiana, paying close attention to local crime trends and neighborhood-specific safety data is essential for making informed decisions. Number 1, Alaska. It is frequently ranked as one of the most dangerous states in the United States, largely because of its exceptionally high violent crime rates on a per capita basis, despite having a relatively small population. While the state is famous for its natural beauty, wilderness, and outdoor lifestyle, statewide crime data consistently places Alaska near the top for violent offense. Assault, particularly aggravated and domestic assault, accounts for a large share of these incidents, significantly shaping Alaska's reputation in national safety rankings. One of the most significant factors contributing to Alaska's crime challenges is its extreme geographic isolation and remoteness. Many communities are separated by vast distances, harsh terrain, and limited transportation infrastructure. In rural and remote villages, access to law enforcement can be severely limited, with long response times or minimal police presence. This isolation makes crime prevention, emergency response, and victim support far more difficult than in most other states. Violent crime in Alaska is heavily influenced by domestic violence and substance abuse issues. Alcohol misuse, limited access to mental health services, and a shortage of social support resources contribute to higher rates of interpersonal violence. In some areas, cultural barriers and fear of retaliation also lead to underreporting, meaning the true scope of the problem may be even greater than official statistics suggest. These challenges are especially pronounced in remote communities where services are scarce. Property crime adds another layer to Alaska's safety concerns, particularly in urban centers such as Anchorage and Fairbanks. Theft, burglary, and vehicle-related crimes are more common in these areas, often driven by economic pressures and substance dependence. While many Alaskan communities are close-knit and offer a strong sense of belonging, the combination of high per capita violent crime, limited law enforcement access, and geographic isolation places Alaska among the states most often labeled as dangerous. For anyone considering living in or moving to Alaska, understanding regional safety differences and local conditions is critical when evaluating overall risk and quality of life. Conclusion: danger doesn't look the same everywhere. Some states struggle with urban crime, others with isolation and limited resources, but the risks are real, and they matter when making life decisions. If this video helped you better understand safety trends across America, hit the like button, share it with someone planning a move, and comment below which state surprised you the most. And don't forget to subscribe to discover top 10 places for more videos on crime trends, safest states, dangerous cities, relocation insights, and real-life rankings you won't hear about anywhere else. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.